Hello, everybody. Happy July. I cannot believe it's already July. So you know what? I've been doing a little bit of research about virtual versus in person and like the difference in sales and the difference in the way women are feeling connected. And what I found, and I know with stuff with ChatGPT, you have to fact check everything. But what I found overall is that during COVID, we had to be separated, right? We had to be isolated. We all learned how to pivot and do virtual. And some people mastered it. Like there are literally some Mary Kay people who never leave their home to do an appointment. I know several top $1 million directors that do 99% of their business all virtual. I also know people who now are swinging back the extreme other way and they're doing almost nothing virtual. They're doing it in person. And what I'm finding is that it's great to offer both depending on what you want to do. But I find that women are wanting an experience. So just think about that because that's kind of going to be the underlining theme is how can you have an experience with your client? And what I'm going to share with you is that the advantage of having an experience is it makes them want to come back over and over again, especially if that experience is about one thing. For example, let's say you went to Dave and Buster's as an example, that crazy game place, right? And let's say the first time you go there, you just play that skeet ball thingy where you throw, I'm not probably calling it the right thing, but where you throw that little wooden ball and it goes in the little hole. And that's all you do. But you see all the other things and you're like, I need to come back. And the next time you come back, all you do is play laser games, all the laser shooting and tagging and all that stuff. And the next time you go and you play something else, you play air hockey or whatever. And it makes you want to keep coming back for an experience. Okay. Same kind of thing with Disneyland. You go and there's certain little pockets of Disneyland have a different experience. So what if you could have your clients feel that way? I've always had the energy of I want people chasing me. I don't chase people. And I've literally had a woman about a year ago say it was doing a practice sharing appointment with one of my consultants. She said, well, in a few minutes, you could probably convince me to join. And that just took me so off guard. And I paused and I said to her, I don't ever want to convince you to join. I said, what I'd rather do, I said, I don't chase people, people chase me. And she goes, oh, she goes, well, you know what I mean. And I said, no, I get it. I said, I'm not a person I'm not here to convince anyone to join. That's just not how I roll. Right. So anyway, so I started thinking about, let's say it's July, right? Well, it is July. So you've got maybe kids on vacation, kids are out of school, moms are busy, whether you've got kids at home or you don't have kids at home, there's always the busyness, right? And I have this big old long list of over 140 people on my preferred customer program. And I vowed to myself that before the fall deadline, which is just in a few weeks, fall holiday book, that I was going to make a real significant dent in contacting every person, even people that I've had on there for 6 months to a year that haven't bought from me because they bought from me once. If I facial them or they buy from me, they go on the list. They stay on the list for an entire year before I take them off, after I've contacted them several times if they're not interested in the catalog. My point is, though, is that they want an experience. So what I will tell you is women are hungry to get together. And so what I'm about to share with you is an idea where you could go from an empty date book to a full date book in a matter of just a few days. And these appointments could be on Zoom, but they could also be in person. I think honestly, I have a much bigger impact on somebody, both my sales, my relationships, when it's in person. Like I would much rather, I'm involved in two networking groups, and they encourage us to do these one-on-one appointments to get to know each other. And I will do one-on-ones over on Zoom, but it's just not the same as meeting a woman for coffee or somebody for coffee and spending an hour with them. Do you know what I'm saying? So what if I know a couple of years ago, somebody came out with a brilliant idea, and I can't remember the name of the top director that did it, but it was called 5 in 5. And you would even, you could do 5 products in 5 minutes. There was even another one that was called something like dump out your makeup bag or something cute like that, where they would literally dump out their cosmetic bag in their purse. And you're like, don't clean your bag. Do not clean it out before we have our appointment. I want you to bring it with all the stuff that's in it. And they dump it upside down. You say, I want you to, and there was a piece of paper. Does anybody remember this? There was a big piece of paper, a plain white sheet, and it had a line down the middle and a line across here. And it said, love it, use it every day, like it, use it occasionally. Don't really like it, hardly ever use it. And the other one is, I have no idea why this is in my bag. And they would literally, as they dumped it out, they would move each piece to one of the quadrants. And so they would laugh and they'd go, why do I have 5 things in my makeup bag that I never wear that I don't even like? So those went in the garbage. And then the goal was to get them to trade those in for Mary Kay equivalent. And so it was really kind of a fun appointment. It was an excuse to meet with people. It was an experience, right? So what if though we could take that and you could offer a small menu? Now, some of you are super creative and you could come up with probably 10 or 12 themed ideas. I'm not that creative, but if you come up with that many, let me know because I'll borrow all your ideas. But what if it could be you could call somebody? So, like, let's say Melanie's a client of mine and she buys occasionally. Let's say she buys from me every 3 or 4 months, a couple things. Not a major client, but she does buy from me on a regular basis. I could call her and say, "Hey, Melanie, guess what? It's the Mary Kay New Year, and we have this new program called 10 and 10." Um, or you don't even have to call it that because that's not very creative, but you could say, "We have this new experience that I am training on, and I'm looking for 10 clients that would like to do this with me. It only takes 10 minutes. I will just literally pop into your kitchen table or meet you at the break room at your work. And I only take 10 minutes, depending on which themed event you want to do. It takes 10 minutes. And just for helping me out, you get a discount on everything that I show you, if you even want anything. And would you be willing to help me do a 10-minute get together?" And again, we got to come up with a catchy name for that. And she'd probably say, "Sure." And I'd say, "Great. Well, when I come, is there anything else you need?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm out of my brow tint or I'm out of my eye makeup remover." I said, "Okay, great. I'll bring that with me." So now I've got to reorder to deliver, right? Now, if I'm going to share a whole bunch of themed things. These are not inclusive by any stretch of the imagination. These are just going to give you some fun, creative names, okay? If you offered her, let's say, six of these, six different ones, she'll know when you say each name, you can give her the one sentence explanation. "Oh, I have this one, I have this one." Or I can say, "Can I text you the menu of your choices?" Now she's like, "Oh, I have a menu of experiences I get to choose from." And you could maybe call it, if someone has an idea, type it in the chat, but you could be calling it something like the quick experience or the I don't know, the connection minute. I don't know, something with an experience or something would be really fun. So let me give you some ideas. One could be called Fresh Face in 10. And this is literally you could do two ways. You could go skincare wise with Fresh Face in 10, like how to literally get with just using 10 products in less than 10 minutes, you could freshen up your face. So either to go back out or to get ready for bed. You could also do a glow and go, and that could be taken multiple ways. So if I said to Melanie, "Oh, well, when is a glow and go?" And it's how to go from your morning, just finish your yoga, rolling out of bed to meet a girlfriend for lunch, and you want that glow and go kind of look. And that might be things like micellar water, moisturizer, primer, CC cream, bronzer, one eyeshadow stick, mascara, gloss, and you're out the door. And that would take you under 10 minutes to apply all that. So it could be glow and go. You could do another one that's called Radiance Refresh. And this could be maybe an anti-aging thing using the Radiance Peel. And you could do the Radiance Peel in the back of their hand. And while that's sitting there, you could do have Radiance Peel sitting on the back of this hand while you're demoing microderm in the back of this hand. And the Radiance Refresh could be all about removing dead skin cells. And it could be including the gel mask. Do you see what I'm saying? So you could take some of these titles, attach some products to them, and figure out. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. A confused mind does nothing. Don't give them too many choices and don't make it too many products. If you share 10 products in 10 minutes, they might be overwhelmed. Okay. And the only reason why I say 10 minutes, you could do it in 5 minutes, but I would rather have it not be so rushed than to say, "I promise you we will start on time and end on time." And then, of course, if you have questions, I'm happy to stick around for a few minutes. But you guys could schedule 3 or 4 of these in a day very easily. So let's just say she's a nurse at Kaiser Hospital and you pop into the nurse's break room. Okay. And you do this with her. Other nurses are going to be coming by and you can say to her, "Oh my gosh, well, we could get a bunch of your nurses, a bunch of your colleagues together and have some fun." She might go, "Oh, I didn't even think about that." Or you might pick up somebody that goes, "Oh, this is Mary Kay. I haven't bought Mary Kay in years. Do you have a card?" That happens to me all the time. So the point of this is to create an experience for people who already know you. It doesn't matter whether you have 2 customers, 20 customers, or 200 customers. You could literally take this idea, figure out your menu. I probably wouldn't offer more than 6 choices. I think 6 is plenty to choose from. I would definitely do one on hydration. I would definitely do one on anti-aging. I would do definitely one on like a dash out the door, how to go from clean face but rolled out of bed to I could meet a girlfriend for lunch kind of thing. With CC cream, bronzer, the eyeshadow sticks are perfect. Just do one eyeshadow stick, maybe a liner, mascara, gloss, you're done. Um, so let me give you some other cute names. And again, if somebody comes up with a cute name for how to present this, it would be It would be something really fun. Because what I want to do is say, oh my gosh, Melanie, I really, really want to do this with you. I'm learning this new program and it's only 10 minutes and it's for our preferred customers. And I'd love to do this session with you. But I mean, we could use the word session. Appointment does not sound like an experience. Appointment sounds like it's painful, like you might be getting your tooth pulled. So just be thinking, if somebody's got a great idea, please type it in the chat. So fresh face in 10, glow and go, radiance refresh. I love the mirror moment. Now, the mirror moment to me would be total anti-aging. Like, I think I look great. And then I put my glasses on and I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh no, is that what everybody sees? Are those all the wrinkles everyone sees? So the mirror moment to me would be total anti-aging. It would be probably retinol, maybe dynamic wrinkle limiter, definitely the boosters, or at least the hydration booster, anything that's going to help with my fine lines, which is partially hydration, lifting serum, like whatever the products are. But again, I would not show them probably 10 products. I'd probably go to the max of maybe 7 or 8 products. Because remember, you share 10 things, they're going to remember the last 2 or 3 because they're just overwhelmed. Okay. So you could do a mirror moment, which for me would be anti-aging, but you could do whatever you want. There's also, I thought a cute name would be the Dew Drop, Dew like DEW, and that would be all about hydration. Could be the new mask, could be hydrogel eye patches for moisture around your eyes, could be the HA booster, could be satin lips, the Dew Drop on your lips, the Dew Drop on your hands. It could be satin hands. So the Dew Drop could be kind of fun. There's another one that you could call the Hydration Station. Again, same kind of theme. So you can come up with your own names. I would say no more than 6. Um, I would definitely do a dash out the door color look. I would do a hydration one. I would do an anti-wrinkle one. I would probably do, but the anti-wrinkle one could be more retinol kind of stuff. You could do one that's like a resurfacer, where it improves the surface of your skin. I also have one that's called Turn Back Time. Again, could be anti-aging. But you could change any of these names up. How about the age defying express, which is like how to get the best results the fastest for anti-aging. So then what you can do is you want to focus on the experience and not the product. So you want to focus on the results. So if you come up with a cute name like Dew Drop, it tells them, that doesn't tell them what product it is. I wouldn't say the hydrating mask experience. That's a product. That's not an experience. The Dew Drop is the result of an experience. Do you get that? So the Dew Drop would be anything. I would say the Dew Drop from your hands to your lips. The Dew Drop from, your hands to your lips to your face. And it could be satin hands, satin lips, HA booster. Let's see, satin hands, satin lips, HA booster, gel mask, maybe the eye patches or the soothing eye gel. And then you could do the sheet face mask, the repair sheet face mask. So you could decide. Now here's what's fun is when I make this appointment, let's say with Melanie, and I say, well, Melanie, I'm going to bring you a little gift. And the gift could be those little cute cosmetic bags I buy. They're like this big on Amazon. Not that I'm here to plug Amazon, but they're the ones with the eyelashes on them. They're canvas and they have a zipper across the top. So you could give her that with a special sample. Like let's say you do a hydration one. Maybe you put in there the vitamin C serum or you put in there the hydrating cream mask sample and say, well, I'm going to bring you a gift. And then when we're done with the 10-minute appointment, say, Melanie, I'm curious of the 8 products you got to see or whatever, what 2 were your favorites? And then she'll tell you her 2 favorites probably. And then I say to her, well, you know what, just for helping me out today with this 10-minute beauty sesh or whatever hopefully you guys are typing cute names in the chat. You will receive a 15% discount. If you want to purchase anything that you saw today, you get 15% off. Not the 2 things that she pre-ordered. So if she says, oh, bring me my charcoal mask and my eye makeup remover, that's a separate thing. But I'm saying anything you saw today in the presentation or anything that I did at the experience, whatever you want to call it, I'm just really fumbling for words. Wish I could come up with something that was super clever. When you're done with that experience, should you fall in love with anything from that experience, then she could then get everything at 15% off. Then what I would also do, and this is super key, is take the special deals of the month and print it out and say, oh my gosh, Melanie, by you getting those 3 things at 15% off, you still qualify for a half price item. And here's what I'm doing now is I take a Mary Kay Go Tote. Back in the day, we had Go Totes. They were this big. They put a lookbook in the front window. Every month now I'm grabbing, the special deals sheet that Monica puts together. I print it out in color and I take every single thing on there that I already have a tester of. If it's a fragrance, if it's a lip gloss, whatever. Barrier Restore, if I have a tester of it that I've broken open, I put it in this tote and then I put one of each thing to sell. So for every reorder, I don't care if she's just reordered a hand cream and I'm dropping it off at her house or her office. I'm going to take that and I say, oh, by the way, do you want to know what's in here? No one says no. They go, yeah, I want to know what's in your bag. And I say, well, these are the special deals for July. When you purchase over 50, you get anything in here at half off. They go, oh, can I see what it is? Sure. So you whip out the flyer, you pull out the products, you can demo the back of her hand, whatever. And then usually they'll bump their purchase up. If it's already over 50, they get to choose something and you've got one of everything in the bag to sell. So it's just a great way to capitalize on that. So let's get back to our experience. You could offer them 15% off anything you share that night. And then I would say, and Melanie, how would you like to get all of it at half off? Like, or whatever you wanted at half off. And she'd say, well, that sounds great. What do I have to do? And I say, well, if you share a beauty session with 3 friends, you automatically get a half off shopping spree. And then regardless of whether they purchase, but should they purchase anything, you also get 10% of the sales of stuff for free. So you guys look at this. If you did 20 of these in a 2-week period, okay, you did 20 appointments and you could do 3 or 4 in a day. Super easy. If you did even 10 of those, 10 of them over a period of 2 weeks, out of those 10, probably 5 are going to book a party with you. And out of those 5, probably 3 to 4 are going to hold. So this is by taking your current clients, currently people that you know, that love you, that trust you, that are loyal to whatever the Mary Kay product is that they're buying from you. Let's say they're a charcoal mask fan. They love our charcoal mask. Well, then they could get a half off shopping spree just for having a skincare session with you. Does that make sense? And they would have to have at least, you can do whatever you want, but they could have, it could be, 3 people. They would just share it with 3 people. So this is just an idea. I started, thinking of cute names like the turn back time I thought was cute. The dewdrop, I really like that. The glow and go. And the fun thing about the glow and go is that could be glowing skin or that could be glowing like makeup glowing kind of thing. All right, so let me see what they put in the chat for some fun ideas. We have fresh face in 10, glow and go, radiance refresh, a mirror moment, hydration stage. So Lori's typing in all the ones I've done. I want to come up with one if anybody wants to type in the chat. That you would what you're going to call this. So when you call a client like Melanie and you're trying to get her excited, say, oh my gosh, we have this, it's the new Mary Kay year and we have this new program and it's called we could just say it's a 10-minute beauty sesh. It's a 10-minute beauty session and you get to pick off a menu. Would you like to see what your choices are? Now to me, when this, to me, I would totally be curious. I'd go, yeah, you have a menu? Like I would be so blown away and impressed. You could go on ChatGPT or Claude or any of the AI or do something on Canva that just says 10-minute beauty session. And then you could just do 1 through 6 and then give them a cute title, dewdrop, and then one line, products for hydration. And then it could say like mirror moment, products for anti-wrinkle. The next one could be dash out the door, go from naked face to glamorous, whatever. And you could come up with these 6 titles that would have this, and you're going to share this with her. Now, Melanie might say to me, well, I think my girlfriends would be interested in seeing these 10 products. And I said, well, that's great because that's pretty much, I show a lot of the same kind of thing. We just did a hydration thing. So your girlfriends are going to get to try satin hands and satin lips at a skincare class anyway. But I'm happy to bring all these things with me. But again, you guys, it gets them to, they're not going to get an experience at Sephora and Ulta. They're not going to get an experience at a department store. Nobody at Target or Walmart or any of the stores are going to follow them home and say, I'd like to help you have an experience. That's not how retail works. So if you can allow them, now another thought would be to do this and start it with your birthday girls. So everybody was a birthday in July, say, oh my gosh, we have this special birthday program. It's called a 10-minute beauty sesh. And because it's your birthday, you automatically get 15% off everything I show you. People are going to go, I want to do a birthday sesh. So you could do that. Now, here's what's fun is it's July. You could say this to all the January, February, March, April, May, and June birthdays and say, since I already passed your birthday, right? I would love to schedule your belated birthday sesh. So let's say Sandy's birthday was in March. I'd say, oh my gosh, Sandy, what month is your birthday? March. Okay, well, we already missed it. So I would love, because this is a brand new program, I'd love to schedule your 10-minute beauty sesh in honor of your birthday. And just for helping me out, you automatically get 15% off anything if you fall in love, if you see anything you like. But you get a menu of something you get to choose from. Would you like me to send you the menu so you can see what your six choices are? Now, how many of you, honestly, you can raise your hands, how many of you would like it if your consultant called you and said, oh my gosh, to honor your birthday, we're doing this 10-minute beauty sesh. It's totally fun. And there's six different themes you could choose from. I would jump on that in a heartbeat. I'd go, just if nothing else, curiosity would kill me. I'd go, well, Lori, can you text me your menu? Like, I want to see what you offer. And now let's just say hypothetically, Melanie looks at that and she goes, well, I'm really interested in two of these. And I said, well, if you want to, I could do two back to back. I don't normally do that. She'd go, could you really? Because I really want the anti-aging one, but I really have issues with the dash out the door looking cute. And say, sure. So you can do whatever you want. But again, I want this to be a beauty experience for her to come back over and over again. And if she says, gosh, I don't know which one to choose, say, well, you can do one today. You can do another one next week. Like, let's say they get paid in the first and the 15th. You can say, well, you could do one on the 15th. You could do another one the week after that. And, she says, well, I think some of the girls at work might be interested and say, well, do you want to book one for the girls at work? And again, yes, you can do this on Zoom. Yes, you can call and you can stand here and you can hold the product and you can romance it and say how amazing it feels. But gang, it's not the same. Honest to goodness. And I'm not slamming anybody who does all virtual. I'm literally learning to try to do that and to do more virtual instead of everything in person. But I will tell you, my sales are double to triple. My team building is double to triple when I'm in person to have that kind of an experience. Okay. Now you could even do one that's called something like a fragrance station, like if they're really into fragrance, or you could do something like smells so good. And they would have no idea what at first what that is, but you could say this features all of our eau de parfum in our collection. And you could take a little thing of coffee beans, or you could do something like the fragrant the scent that lingers. That sounds kind of cool. And they would get to choose whatever their favorite thing is, right? Or you could use something like Body So Soft. I mean, you got to be really careful with some of these titles that you don't just go off the deep end and go too crazy. But I really hope this idea helped because I will tell you, you could literally come up with your six titles because you can also change this. You come up with six titles tonight and put these on a menu. And then after a week, you could say, you know what? Everybody keeps asking me for the anti-aging one. Maybe I should offer two different anti-aging, like turn the clock in or having like smooth as glass skin, you know, so that one would be anti-aging, the other one would be like resurfacing kind of thing. So you can have a lot of fun with this, but I'll tell you what, if you had 15 customers or 25 or 35 customers and you call them and offered this 10-minute beauty sesh, I really think they jump on it. I really do. And especially if you say, and I have a gift for you and a discount. You don't even tell them what it is. So you say, Andy, I have a gift for you and a discount for you. I really want to master this. It's a brand new program we're doing for the new year. Can be your brand new program, right? So I hope you guys run with this idea. I really, really will tell you it's going to generate an experience and it's going to connect your clients to you more than you've ever done before. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening.